live here from Minor Mountain. Nate Siggers and Darryl McCoy on the call. We got the Mingo Central starting lineup announced here, Nate. As you look at the starters, it's going to be number 10, Megan Atkins. Number 32, Addie Smith, averaging 23 points a game. Number 11, Delaney Grimmett. Number 2, Alyssa Davis. And rounding out the starting lineup, their big guy in the middle is Madison Curry, number 24. Mingo Central is head coached by Kim Davis-Smith. She is 8-1 on the season.
Kim is not only a great coach, man, but she's a class act, man. She's brought this program a long way. I'm excited to see what the future holds for these Lady Miners.
Number 32.
Nate, as we're sitting here getting ready, you know, kind of tell us about Mingo Central and how they, where they're at this year, number 2 ranked team in the state.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, I watched them play last week. Last week they were number 3, and they played the number 2 team in the state, and they absolutely ran them out the gym. They look like a different team. They have an addition of the Sparks kid, and I really think that Kim Smith.
We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for. It does not, as we're getting ready to tip things off here. Guys, we had a little technical issue, so we are back in full force now. Hopefully it's coming across
Listen
good.
to the crowd.
There's Abby Russell, drives baseline, gets the floater.
Hey, that girl can play, man.
That
girl can play.
You know, I followed her on Twitter, Nate, for a few years now, and she's a girl that also puts in the work.
You know, Addie Smith's coming across, and she's one of the leading scorers in the state. Let's see how Wyoming East attacks her today.
Nate, she's a girl that on any given night will give you 30
nice
points.
back, but listen to the hole. Oh, nice backdoor. You know, one thing I know about Kim's coaching staff, she's got Mike Smith on the bench, and he is absolutely one of the best planners, scouters, and preparers I've ever seen in the game, Darryl.
Well, he's a legend. You know, and as we're sitting here, we got Lindsey Thompson says, "Go Warriors," watching from Tucker County, hoping for a good game, Steve Pennington says. And Tony Kim Davis-Smith says they love the Miners. So Alyssa Davis at the line shooting 2 here. Let's see. She hits the first, Nate.
You know, Alyssa is one of my favorite players to watch because every play, every possession, she brings it offense and defense, man. She guards your best player. She hustles, 50-50 balls. She's getting them. I love watching her play.
Now, as we're coming up here.
Uh-oh, that had to be something illegal, Darryl.
They let it go. Fans wanted to walk.
Oh, they're playing coming out in a point drop. A point drop. You don't see that often.
That's Colleen Lickerbill. I like the aggressiveness right now of Wyoming East attacking the basket.
Yeah, and they're playing full court, man. They tried to deny Addie the ball, but you know what? Addie's not the fastest, but she is one of the smartest players I've seen. She can get to her spot, and she gets her shots.
She's very crafty, Nate, and, you know, she's one of them that, you know, you can prepare, you know, but you can only contain her. You know, you're not going to stop her. She will give you 20 on any given night.
She will, man. And she's got a quick shot. She's smart. She's a student of the game.
We're sitting here, guys. This first quarter here is sponsored by Trailheads Bar and Grill, located in Matewan, West Virginia. Right at the trailhead is what they would say, coming off the mountain there on the border of Kentucky and West Virginia.
And the Miners are in a diamond press. Oh, Grimmett almost gets the steal. You know, You know what I appreciate about Kim? You look at this Wyoming East team, and they're all guards for the most part. And she's out there pressing the #1 team in the state. You come into my house, you deal with what we're going to give you. I love it, Kim Smith.
Russell gets it over. It's number 13, Cadence Blackburn. Back to Russell.
They're running the point drop. Let's see.
Swings it to Clark. Back to Russell. Clark takes the handoff. Cross court.
Tip. Slide your feet. You got to slide your feet on that, Darryl. A lot of kids make a mistake of wanting to take their body to the ball instead of sliding their feet and cutting the defender off where they're going.
That's Kaylee Bain drawing the foul. And Mingo Central's got to be careful, you know. They've already picked up a couple.
Wide open. They got blessed with that one.
Madison Curry rips down the rebound. Miners on the move. Now who do we got here, Nate? Megan Atkins, number 10.
Megan Atkins, she's a senior too. Addie's a sophomore, and I believe the Grimmett girl may be a sophomore. That looked like that's 2 on Megan, 2 quick ones, but that was probably a good foul because she stopped the layup.
Yep. That you know, you got to watch that in West Virginia. They've been really bad about calling intentionals this year. You know, if you stop a breakaway.
And now they got the transfer, the newest minor, Jenna Sparks.
See if she can, no pun intended, light a spark under his minor offense here early on.
Well, I know her defense she always brings it on D. And I love this 3-2. I love this 3-2 defense. Point drop.
Blackburn gets over to Clark. Clark swings it back to Russell.
I believe that they got East a little rattled here with this defense, Darryl.
Russell,
you know, she hits it, but I mean, that's the shot you have to force them to make.
It is, you know, you can live and die with that, you know, and we'll just, hopefully it's one of them nights, if you're a Miner fan, that she isn't on, but I can tell you Abby Russell has very few holes in her game.
She can play, and we got Alyssa again. We got a mad crowd here. That was a bang-bang call.
From up here, it didn't look like a good call, Nate, and we're not here to question officials, but she was moving backwards. You know, she had her feet set.
Well, Darryl, the difference in West Virginia and Kentucky, you can be moving forwards or backwards and get a charge, but you can't move side to side when the ball's moving.
Well, that may have been the right call then.
Again, Jenna Sparks with the foul. They're wanting to play D with their hands instead of sliding their feet. This is going to be trouble. Look at the score foul count already.
Miners don't watch out. They're going to be in the bonus here in the first quarter.
In the first 3-4 minutes.
Yep. Russell straightaway 3. No good.
Look, that's what Sparks brings. That's what she brings. Too late for the down court pass, but that's what she brings.
She rips down the rebound. Addie Smith trying to go to work, takes the screen, kicks it over.
If they're playing us, man, I'm running screen and roll with Jenna Sparks, Addie Smith all day.
Sparks gets it to Curry.
Swing. Jenna on the roll. Let's hit her. Too late. Swing. Good defense by East. Real good defense.
Addie Smith goes.
You got to get that rebound 2 hands.
She attacks the basket, misses the floater there, but it's going to be out of bounds on Grimmett.
You know, we got a rowdy crowd in here, and you can tell by the way that East is playing that they're used to this environment, and that's why they're #1 in the state, Darryl.
Nate, you know that it's a big night when Mingo Central fans start trickling up to the upper section.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love an environment like this.
I do too. Wyoming East making the short trip over here, and you know, I mean, you got 2 powers and 2 of the state's top prospects in Abby Russell and Addie Smith.
Look at that.
Big play by Delaney Grimmett, rips it away, but
that's a quick jump ball.
Yep.
If I'm a coach, I'm talking to the ref on that one. That was a quick jump ball. But I guess the possession arrow is wrong. Okay.
Now they give it to her. Look over there at Kim Davis-Smith, Nate. Check them shoes out. She's rocking some J's today.
Oh, yeah. Well, I taught Kim her shoe game. I put her on.
I tell you, she's a heck of a coach. Mingo Central's very lucky.
And she's a good motivator for these young ladies, too.
There's Addie Smith.
With the step back and the money, no?
Sparks tips it, but no good. Here comes Wyoming East.
Way to hustle, you get back. That's why That's why you get back on D, Darryl.
That was September Belcher.
Good pass.
Sparks with the bucket.
And the crowd goes wild. Wyoming East on the run. Stop and pop.
Clark.
Give me, oh.
No good.
The crowd goes wild. You know, Darryl, when you're playing at an opposing team and you got the crowd going wild on you like that, there's no better feeling than when you hit a shot and all you can hear is crickets.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that's what's great about sports, you know. I mean, especially high school sports, when you got the number 1 and 2 teams in the state here on the mountain tonight.
Addie Smith dribbles to the right side, gets it to Curry. Sparks posting down low. She's got a mismatch on Russell if they hit her. Couldn't find her, but Addie Smith.
We got us a ball game here tonight.
Baseline J, good for Addie Smith.
We got us a ball game here tonight. Just like we expected, Darryl.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's good that you got here in Southern West Virginia 2 powers going at it. You know, that's good for this part of the state.
Yeah. And you know, Wyoming East is known to have a great program.
Yep.
And you know, and since Kim's been here, this whole culture has changed for these Lady Miners.
Madison Curry rips down the rebound. Addie Smith.
Up.
Gets it knocked away. Good defense there by
Great defense.
Colleen Lookabill.
That's a nice shot.
Yep.
Nice to the hole through contact.
That was Cadence Blackburn.
If it's 2 people on Addie, somebody's open. You got to exploit it.
Madison Curry slows it down.
I get Addie and Sparks in the pick and roll. Addie to the hole. Man, hey, you know what? She shoots the free throws well.
She does.
She shoots them well.
It's a smart job getting right now, getting to where you knock a couple of these free throws down, you calm your team down.
Yeah, and you know she's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
You look at those numbers; those are numbers you usually see seniors, juniors putting up. She's just a sophomore.
Sarah McVaney says, "Go Miners" from Akron, Ohio. Chris Bishop says this is your AA matchup in March.
It's another sophomore coming in, Bella.
And John Paul Luss says, "Let's go Warriors."
This is a great game, man. You know what? I love the intensity in this place. Everybody has respect for each other. The fans are not, even though they're cheering for their teams. It's all class act here tonight on the mountain.
Lookabill swings it over.
I tell you what.
Oh, another turnover.
This Wyoming East team is full of athletes, man. I bet you most of these girls play every sport, Darryl.
That is Mingo Central. You talking about at Wyoming East?
Talking about Wyoming East. These girls, you can look at them and tell they're all athletes.
Yeah. Now, who do we got? Is that Bella Hall?
Bella Hall. You know, sometimes you get young players, Darryl, and you get them in big moments like this. A lot of these kids haven't played in games quite as big as this, and sometimes they tense up. So we'll see what Bella does tonight.
Addie Smith gets the ball out top, swings it over. That's Grimmett.
Oh, nice back door by Sparks in the mid-range. Oh.
Don't get the row, but nice move by Sparks.
I love how the Lady Miners get back on D. You don't see that a lot at this age. People miss shots, they get mad, and they want to complain and cry.
Russell has it out top. She swings it over. That's Cadence Blackburn. And at the other guard spot, Blackburn. Back to Russell. We're tied up at 9 with 1 minute to go here, Nate.
We got us a good ball game, Darryl. It's going to be down to the wire, I believe.
Lookabill kicks it down low. Stolen by Jenna Sparks. Here comes Addie Smith. She's going to be guarded out front by Blackburn. Hall swings it out. Davis over to Smith. No good.
Hey, she's got such a quick jumper.
Uh-oh, they got a run out here. Wyoming East got numbers.
Oh, wow, don't chase the ball.
Waited too long on that.
Uh-oh. If it comes back, the girl up top shooting. What's number 12's name, Darryl?
Number 12 is Abby Russell.
I like her game, man. I like her game.
She's a stud, man. Her and Addie Smith are 2 superstars.
I could tell when I seen her warming up that she had game.
Look at Bill splits the defense, and she's going to draw the foul. That's going to be the 5th foul on Mingo Central in this first quarter, Nate.
And you know what, Darryl? Every foul is because they're playing defense with their hands and not their feet.
Yep.
If they slide and cut off, they cut her off as a turnover. You can't reach, you can't slap.
Chris Salmon says, hello, guys. How you doing, Chris Salmon? The Addie young lady is unreal. Said she has a motor and very smooth. Guys, make sure you hit that share button, that like and share button. Let us know in the comment section below where you're watching from and who you're rooting for.
We got the number 1 and two ranked teams in AA here tonight.
That was not a heads-up move by Abby Russell. You don't see her make that mistake much, but she hit the back of the backboard, Nate.
What is she? What grade is she in, Darryl? Do you know?
I think she's a junior. I could be wrong. Somebody let us know.
Well, I know.
They're going to get Addie Smith with the carry.
Hey, you got 2 of the best players on the court that made simple mistakes. That's what happened in big games.
Yep.
You know, and you have to play through it. Your team has to play through it, and you see what you're made of when that happens. I like the Addies, though. I like the Addie matchup.
Yep. Abby and Addie.
Abby and Addie.
Yep.
I like the matchup. AA. That's what happens when you slide your feet.
There she is. Abby Russell off the mark on that one. Mingo Central battling for the boards.
I believe they got away with one on that one, Darryl. If I'm Wyoming East's coach, I'm going nuts about that one.
And Mingo Central, they'll have a chance to steal the lead right before the end of the first quarter here.
Let's see, they isolate Addie. This girl's a good athlete, this Gardner. Oh, they got away with the offensive foul on the.
Yeah.
And Addie gets an open look. Oh.
No good.
And we got us a great one here, Darryl.
Yes, sir, as we will take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Mingo Central versus Wyoming East here on the D&D Sports Network. We'll be right back. The what? No, you talking about mute?
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Trailhead Bar and Grill in Mayborn, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for. Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
We're back here on Miner Mountain. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy. We got number 1 and number 2 going at it. Wyoming East versus Mingo Central, Nate.
In the house, it's a heck of a ball game, just like we expected, Darryl. Let's see what happens here in the second quarter.
There's Abby Russell. Nice take,
but it's altered again by Sparks.
Yep. She may even got a fingernail on that.
You know what, Darryl, from what I've seen, too, with the Grimmett girl, I'm high on her, too. I haven't seen her score a lot, but she's in the right places, and she's got a high motor.
Now, did you say she's just a sophomore?
I think she might be. She's at the oldest, I think, a sophomore. She may be a freshman.
Nice take by Hall.
Nice take. You got to finish those, guys.
Yep.
You got to finish.
Coming back the other way.
I like this Wyoming East team, man. You can tell why they're number 1.
That was Cadence Blackburn attacking the rack there. Couldn't convert. And again, Jenna Sparks, even if she don't get a finger on it, Nate, she is altering shots down there. Madison Curry.
And Madison's my girl.
Yep.
I've known Coach Madison years ago.
There's Sparks. Kicks it back to Smith.
We got screen and roll with Sparks and Smith. That will be my go-to.
She takes the screen by Hall.
That's good defense.
Yep.
Good defense.
Hall hands it off to Grimmett. Grimmett looking down low to Sparks. Sparks.
With the turnaround. Double dribble. Good
Yep.
call by the ref. I thought he was going to miss that one. That was a good call.
We got Robin Williams watching from Palm Bay, Florida, rooting for them Miners. Says, go make one Tigers.
You know, as much, you know, I'm a Williamson boy, and, you know, I'm on the minor train for the most part, but it's still hard, and it's still hard to not have a Williamson High School, so I'm sure for her it's hard not to have a May 1 High School.
Yep, absolutely is. And it's something that a lot of history took out when they consolidated these schools.
A lot of history, and it's going to take time for us to all realize that we're one, but we're getting there. You got to slide those feet.
Yep, Blackburn gets it back to Lookabill. Lookabill over to Russell. And you got,
Nice take, nice. I like the Russell girl, man.
we got a couple new players. That's number 40 in the ball game, Monroe.
You can't leave her open. She's going to kill you with the attack. Shot. Good D. Good D by Grimmett. Good D.
Kicks
I
it
like
back
her
out.
game.
Monroe gets it out to Lookabill. Lookabill, she's going to drive, kicks it out to Russell.
Good D. Oh, they let one go on that.
Yep. There's Monroe down.
That's 3 seconds. She was on the floor for 4 seconds.
Addie Smith, she's going to push the pace for the Miners. Smith setting up her offense here, Nate.
Hey, that's a bigger, more athletic girl, and let's see how Addie handles that. She's going to get her
Curry
shots.
fires it.
Oh, it looked good for a second.
Yep.
That's in Madison's repertoire to step out and hit a jumper. Even though she plays big, she can shoot outside too.
Blackburn has it out top. Swings it back over to Russell.
Hands up on D. That's what happens when you don't.
Now, Nate, what do you like? Do you like the idea of Coach Smith setting back in the zone?
They've only hit 1 3.
Yep.
They're running them off the line, and she's playing a specialty zone kind of tonight. It's like a 1-2-2, but they're dropping and they're shading number 12. So I think it's a lot goes into that, a lot of thinking and a lot of planning in the zone they're playing.
Yeah. If you don't want them in it, you better shoot them out of it.
You got to shoot them out of it.
Yep. There's Sparks. Sparks, foul line J.
I think she rushed that.
Yep. Look up
What a
Bill
hustle.
saves it. Yep.
What a hustle. That's what the number one, that's how you become the number 1 team in the state, is by hustles like that, Darryl.
As Wyoming East takes the timeout here, Nate. We'll take one, too. We'll jump out real quick here on the D&D Sports Network. Wednesday night basketball.
Up on the mountain.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
We're back here on Miner Mountain. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy. You're watching Wednesday night basketball here on the D&D Sports Network. Mingo Central and Wyoming East, number 1 versus number 2, tied up at 9, Nate.
Now, tied up, man. This is a great game. It's been a lot of preparation on both teams. A lot of hard work going both ways. You can tell by the way this game's going, Darryl.
There's Miss Abby Russell. If you guys haven't seen her, if you've only heard about her, here she is. You're getting to watch her on D&D Sports Network for the first time.
It looks like they're in a 3/4 court diamond now.
Yep.
Let's see how they attack this.
Russell.
Russell, that girl's good, man. She's good, Darryl.
That's Monroe.
If she catches the ball and finishes with her right hand, that's an easy bucket.
They get Monroe for the push-off there, Nate.
If she catches the ball and spins the right way, finishes one hand, that could be an and one.
There we go.
Dribble handoff, Megan Atkins attacking.
She got in a little foul trouble early on, Nate.
Yeah, man. You know what I like about Megan? She's a guard, but she's a big, strong, athletic guard. And has played a lot of basketball.
Smith steps back off the mark.
That's 3 on Megan. She's been in 10 seconds, man.
Yep, she'll be took right back out. Here comes Sparks, you know, and you can tell Sparks over there, she's trying to catch her breath. So, you know, I don't think she wanted to come directly right back in, but she's going to have to.
Hey, if you're a baller, it don't matter if you can't breathe, if you wheezing, you want on the court, especially in a game like this. So we see how she responds.
Yeah, many times I could barely make it on the court, but I still schooled you down at the field house, Nate.
Yeah, and then you woke up and apologized.
Here we go, back the other way.
This is a good defense. It's giving them trouble, man. Neither team has scored in a long time.
Abby Russell kicks over to the corner.
See, when you have the height and athletic ability that Sparks has, you can play behind the post player and you can wall up and make their life difficult.
Blackburn out top, and that should be a 3-second.
I thought she doubled up top.
No, they call it a 3-second call.
Yeah.
How about that? Good defense.
Look at Coach K. I love how animated she is, man. I love it. How passionate she is about the game. I think that Wyoming has found somebody they want to keep on Addie Smith. This girl is big and physical, and she's played her well.
Nice scoop floater there by Addie Smith.
Left-handed floater, Darryl.
Yep.
Left-handed floater.
You know, and that was an underhanded floater, Nate.
I'm telling you this.
There's Abby Russell. She goes in with her own floater, misses. Addie Smith jerks down the rebound. Smith beats
Addie
the
gets
defender.
to her spots, man. She gets to her spots.
Off the glass,
Gets to her
Addie
spots.
Smith. Just what the doctor ordered. Mingo Central on a run, 13-9 right now.
Hey, they played a couple of weeks ago, and Mingo was winning for most of the game, and the East came back towards the end and pulled away.
Yeah, I know talking to Coach Smith before the game, she told me, she said, I'm here for one reason only. That's state titles.
State title, and she has a good chance this year. We have another turnover. If I'm Wyoming East, I'm calling a timeout on this one, I believe. They seem a little rattled here. But they're number one for a reason, Darryl. We'll see how they respond.
Here comes Addie Smith.
Addie's on her own personal run, 4-0 run. Let's see what she does here. You got Mattis, you got Sparks on the post.
Yep. She's double teamed down low. Sparks rose the other way, no good.
I don't even know how she got that up. A baby hook would have been perfect on that.
They kick it to the corner. Russell kicks it back out to Blackburn.
The only girl that wants to shoot for East is Abby.
Can't see the number on her down low, Nate. That was number 43, Gabby Cameron. Wyoming East falling apart here in this second quarter, Nate. You could tell this atmosphere is kind of getting to them.
It's getting to him, man, and Addie Smith is getting to him.
Smith picked up by Lookabill.
And she hits another one. No, it's off.
She rims that one off. That was a rebound by number 42.
That's a good, solid rebound. Is that 2 or 3 on Sparks?
I think it's a second. Now, we don't have a number 42 on our roster, Nate.
For?
Wyoming East. Or no, that's 43 in the game, ain't it?
43. You need my glasses, Darryl?
Yes, I do. That's Gabby Cameron.
I have not seen a game this packed up here in a few years, man. This is a great crowd tonight, great crowd. Both Wyoming travel well, and I've not seen this many Mingo Central fans up here since Jeremy Dillon played.
Nate, is that's probably true. That's probably true. The Pikeville beats Betsy Lane in boys action 81-60. And Chris Salmon says, good one, Nate. Shot off and no good by Cameron.
Oh, she
Blackburn.
felt that. She felt that, but it's off.
Off the mark. Lookabill cross court. Bain with the bucket.
You know, I've noticed the Sparks girl doesn't go straight up, Darryl, and I think that's why she missed that rebound.
Yep. Well, Nate, she's, what, a junior?
Yes. But with her length and athletic ability, she can get to where the ball is. She just has to. That's a bad pass inside in traffic.
Yeah, she was double teamed with another one coming over. Yeah, when Jen has got 2 on her, they got to be someone open on that other side, Nate.
Well, it don't matter if there's 1 on Addie, she's open.
Yep.
You know, Addie can create her own shot, she can get to the bucket. And that's the difference, I think, tonight is that zone that Mingo's playing. They didn't go on, man. They made them them do something they're not used to. So
there's Abby Russell. No good.
She seemed like she's hurting, Darryl. And with that brace on, I would think that she's had some injury recently.
You see the minor fan base giving Abby Russell the business as she misses the 3-pointer. Addie Smith takes the screen by Curry. She shoots the 3. Blocked.
You know what I like about Addie? She gets her shot blocked, and she's the first one back on D. How often do you see kids doing that nowadays, Darryl?
Very seldom, Nate. That's one thing, you know, kids, you don't mind if they make mistakes on the offensive end, but make up for it on the other end, and Addie Smith comes from that school of thought. Bella Hall.
Bella makes me a little nervous to feel like she's moving too fast, but she's got a wide open J. Oh.
She misses. Rebound cleared by Cadence Blackburn. Bain back out to Blackburn.
I feel that Abby is not at her best today. Seems like she's limping around a little bit, and her having that knee brace on.
Wild 3. And I don't think that's the shot Wyoming East wanted going into the locker room, Nate.
They're lucky that they're just going down 1. Neither team could score there for a while, so we had a 4-point quarter, a 4 and a 3-point quarter. So.
Well, Nate, as you're sitting here looking, 13-12, it's a 1-point ball game as we go into the locker room. Guys, you don't want to go anywhere. Come right back. Second half coverage here on the D&D Sports Network, Wednesday night basketball.
We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. You're looking for the best Mexican restaurant in Mingo County? Stop by Cezanne in Williamson, West Virginia. We got great service and great food, and we look forward to taking care of you. Come see us at Cezanne. Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Sazon Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes.
We are back here on Miner Mountain. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy. Nate, what a ball game. We got a 1-point ball game as Mingo Central, coming in ranked number 2 in the state, are up on Wyoming East, who's ranked number 1. What's your thoughts on the first half?
Man, my thoughts is that both teams were really, really prepared for this game. They've done their homework. And I think the difference in this game right now, even though it's just 1 point, is that zone defense. They exploited East's weaknesses as far as being able to penetrate and kick it. They got a couple quick, easy ones in the first quarter. But after that, they settled down, and I think that is the difference right now.
Nate, right now, them sitting in that zone, what that's done is Wyoming East has had 3 players take 90% of their shots, and that's the 3 guards out top. And you're talking about Blackburn, Lookabill, and Russell.
And they've made 1 3
yeah.
in the whole. So, and there's been a couple air balls, a couple, and then when you're in an environment like this, you use that to your advantage. So you're saving energy because your team's playing zone, and you're also taking confidence away from the other team because they're not hitting from deep.
Now you ought to expected that coming because Kim Davis-Smith, she has Mike Smith on the bench with her, and she was telling us before the game, when it comes to scouting, he is the guru, and you could tell that he went back and watched his film from their previous matchup, and they've made the adjustments they need to make to have them up right now.
If I know Mike Smith, I've coached with him before. He didn't only watch their previous game. He watched every game that they've played thus far. He knew how many dribbles they would take left, how many dribbles they would take right, and he was totally prepared. That's one thing I can say about Mike Smith. He is the best prepared I've ever seen, the best scouter I've ever seen in our area in basketball.
Nate, as you look out in the corner there, Wyoming East coming back to the floor here, and, for the folks that, these are 2 teams, that, outside their fan base. The reason you got so many people watching tonight is you got 2 of the top prospects in the state going at it, in Addie Smith and Abby Russell. So a lot of eyes on this ball game. I had a couple big newspapers downstate contact me, ask if we was going to show it, that's tuning in. Right now I've seen 4 recruiters tuning in that I know of. So, there's a lot of big-time attention on this ball game, and this is good for the school, for Miner Mountain. And I tell you, Miss Marcella Casto, she has rode out the welcome mat for us and really puts on the show up here during these Mingo Central ball games.
Yeah, man, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a homeboy here, but I think that this is the best-looking floor that we have in the state.
Oh, I would agree. I don't know about the state because I've not seen everybody, but in our coverage area.
Well, stay in Kentucky, Darryl. I'm a West Virginia boy, I know.
well, I got I cover Huntington, Charleston South, so I've seen a lot of nice floors. Chapmanville is kind of like this. These collars make it pop a little more than what Chapmanville's does, but you can tell it's kind of the same kind of ideal. And then I'm trying to think over in Kentucky if there's
there's not, man. This is the best.
Yeah, I don't know. East Ridge is kind of nice. Jenkins with that green down there, they got a nice court. But this right here,
but what
it just
people
stands
probably
out.
can't even see on the camera and through the screen, that the part of the floor that's usually brown or light orange, that is also gray here. And that's the first time I've been on a floor that had none of the old school brown color on it at all.
Yeah, you can see right there as you look close.
You got that gray, and then the part that looks light up towards half court or out the paint is also, that is not brown. a traditional brown. It is a really, really light gray.
Daniel Gillespie says he loves the black on the court. Says it really stands out. I agree with you, Daniel. We got says by far one of the nicest gyms that he's seen. Daniel Gillespie says. Also, Robin Williams says it's a low-scoring affair here. We got the Mingo Maniac student section. Chris Salmon says, Nate, we're under the 2-minute break. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, second half action here on Wednesday Night Basketball. You're watching the D&D Sports Network.
You're looking for the best Mexican restaurant in Mingo County? Stop by Cezanne in Williamson, West Virginia. We got great service and great food, and we look forward to taking care of you. Come see us at Cezanne. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. If you've been looking for great deals on home, life, auto, or business insurance, call Caldwell Insurance today. They will make sure your valuable possessions are covered. Caldwell Insurance has a great reputation of serving their community and giving back to their community. They're a proud sponsor of the Scott Skyhawks and all mountain athletes. Give us a call today at 681-265-3735.
We are back here on Minor Mountain. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy. Wednesday Night Basketball here on the D&D Sports Network. Mingo Central leads Wyoming East 13-12 at the half, Nate.
No, I'm expecting an exciting ball game, and Wyoming East has a great coaching staff. They have a great program, and I'm expecting them to make a lot of changes and this game to be different as we move forward. We'll see what happens.
Taking a look at the Mingo Central cheerleaders, who does an amazing job year in, year out here supporting their minors. You know, that's the good thing, you know, that we try to do at D&D. It ain't just the basketball players, it's the school, the administrators, spirit team, cheerleaders, the band. You know, when we're in the house, we try to showcase everybody.
The Lions, the Tigers, the Bears, oh my.
There you go. Abby Russell.
I expect her to come alive, Darryl.
Yeah.
They're going to figure out a way to get her the ball against this zone.
Maddie Clark has it out top. They're trying to get it.
They've already changed offense, as you can see. They're attacking that middle.
They're looking to get it to that high post,
yeah.
Nate.
And she's got an open shot. That's the first open shot she's had that wasn't 3 feet behind the three-point line.
Yeah, they're trying to attack the middle of that zone and see if they can exploit it a little bit here. Something they didn't do very well in the first half.
Wow, did you see that play?
Yep.
I might steal that one. I might steal it, but Jenna Sparks affects another shot.
Addie Smith. Smith is picked up mid-court. That's number 25, Charlie Price.
Oh, she got a massive stop and pop on that.
Davis coming off the
Alyssa
screen.
To the take, and
Gets the offensive foul.
The first one earlier I think was a bad call, but I think that was a good one there. I think the defender was in place.
Good job by Abby Russell setting up, taking that charge. You know, Alyssa Davis, you know, she's got good size for her position.
And dude, she plays so hard. Every play, everything she does, 110%. You can't ask for anything better.
Clark has it out top.
And I think Alyssa not being at the top of that zone is going to hurt because she's a defensive specialist.
Cadence Blackburn back to Clark. They swing it over, back to Clark out front.
They have to get Abby the ball. Yeah. She has to get the ball in her hand. Uh-oh.
Three-point bucket.
They're working that zone.
Cadence Blackburn.
They're working that zone. Bella flying down, nice pass, and one. No call on that. Oh.
Madison Curry chases down the rebound. Bella Hall on the move, and she turns it over. Here comes Abby Russell and the Warriors.
Nice pass. And one.
Yep.
I don't know why you do that, Addie Smith.
Count it.
You know, if I'm Kim Smith, if they make this free throw, I think we talk about it.
She's trying to get her three the old-fashioned way here.
If you're in a game and the score is 17-13 and somebody goes on a 5-6-0 run, a 6-0 run, that's like a 12-0 run any other time.
And Kim Smith is going to try to ice the shooter. We'll be right back, guys, here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you.
We're back here on Minor Mountain. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy. You're watching the Mountain's #1 source for sporting news, the D&D Sports Network. This quarter is sponsored by Real Estate Nate. Nate, Tim Dixon wants to know when you are doing another 5K.
Tell him when he does one.
There you go.
When he does a marathon, I'll do a 5K.
There you go. Clark gets it into Addie Smith. Smith trying to beat the defender up. Good defense being played by Clark.
Hey, they've got after Addie, and there's counting. She's got to make a move or it's going to be a 5-second call.
Screen by Curry.
You know, it's a good, strong take. I feel Addie, you know, she's got the game. She just needs to hit the weight just a little bit, Darryl.
That's the look of Bill to get them out on the run. Cadence Blackburn off the mark. Rebound goes to Delaney Grimmett.
I'm glad that Addie Smith got her mama's basketball, Billy. I graduated with her dad, and he couldn't. He could play football, man, but he couldn't do nothing with a basketball. That's a good play. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Sparks. Count it. No, going the other way.
Offensive foul. You know, Darryl, that's one thing that I do like about Kentucky. In Kentucky, that's not a foul because everybody has the same opportunity to go for the ball when it's in there. And I don't know if the Sparks girl touched it, but she's a foot taller, you know.
Baby T. Sexton says go Nate and Darryl. And they say that Mingo Central is the largest gym in the state of West Virginia, Nate.
Really?
Yep. That's a shocker. I didn't know that. Nice dump off.
That's three. That's four. Is that 3 or 4 on Jenna?
That should be, I think it's her third. I can't hear if that was 3 or 4. Got Kaylee Bain going to the line here. You know, that was a really nice dump off there by Cadence Blackburn.
I was nice. I'm impressed with this East team, man. I see why they're #1 in the state.
Yep.
I'm still expecting Abby to be more of part of the offense because I know she's got game.
Oh, yeah. She's got a lot more. And I'm like you. I think that brace has got.
Well, she's walking gently if you watch her walk. She's not 100%.
You know, we seen last year Cassidy Rowe had that same issue, that leg brace. It slows you down a lot. Curry.
And you know what the difference is made too? East is keeping the ball out of Addie's hand on the inbounds. Man, Addie's crafty.
Nice pass by Addie.
Nice.
Alyssa Davis with an easy bucket.
With the left. I seen that play developing before it happened.
Here comes East the other way. Bain goes baseline. She dumps it off to Russell. What do we call travel? Mingo Central gets credited for the hustle.
She hurt herself a little bit on that play. But it shows you how much heart that Russell has, that she's out here. Apparently not 100%. It's obvious, and she's still giving it all she's got, Darryl.
Here he comes. Hall. She gets it over to Davis. Hall.
Nice.
Back to Davis. Nice give and go action.
And one.
Alyssa Davis.
Alyssa has brought this team alive.
I think she was scared she picked up the foul there.
I tell you what, Darryl, the guards on this Central team are making great passes and keeping them in this game right now.
The momentum swings over to the Miners as they take a timeout. We'll jump out too. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for.
We're back here on Miner Mountain. Wyoming East leading Mingo Central 20-17. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy on the call. You're watching the D&D Sports Network Wednesday night basketball.
Is the crowd saying overrated? It sounded like it to me. Do they realize that the score that they're losing right now? I mean, I'm all about some home court and some trash talk, but it's got to be smart.
Yep. They hand it off to Russell, Nate. Here comes the Warriors on the run. This is my first time covering Wyoming East. They are the Warriors, correct?
Yes, they have a great program too. They're always in the top, especially in the girls program. I'm not familiar with the boys, but the girls are always right there in the top.
Yeah, I've covered them in football, but it's the first time ever in girls basketball.
Great passing, great shot selection.
Pocket three, Cadence
Great
Blackburn.
shot. That's why they're the #1 team in the state, Darryl. That's why. Unselfish, taking care of the basketball and taking good shots.
Bella Hall looking for Addie Smith. Smith. Right now, how about that? Russell, you can tell she's not 100%.
She's not 100%, but she's giving it,
yeah.
bro. She's giving it.
Yeah, you could tell she didn't want to guard Addie Smith.
No.
She pushed another defender on her.
That's a smart ball player.
Yep.
You know, that's smart.
Very smart. You know, she realizes her weaknesses and accepts it. Yeah,
I like this number 15 too, man. She's a ball player.
Yeah, Maddie Clark.
Who's the girls that hit 2 threes? Number 4.
Cadence Blackburn, number 13.
13. She's got a nice stroke.
Yep.
And her teammates knew it.
Alyssa Davis gets it over to Smith. Clark on Addie Smith. Curry back to Davis.
Man, I'll tell you what, Mingo runs an offense like nobody else does, man. They don't stray from it. They do what they're supposed to do. Screens, pop, you know.
And you think that, I mean, think about that. Mingo Central will they're in position to win a state title this year.
Yeah.
You know, that's big for Kim Davis-Smith and this group.
This will be the Saturday afternoon game in the state tournament.
Well, they dump it, trying to force it to Curry. Hall takes it. She'll dump it over to Addie Smith.
That's money.
Smith from the elbow. No good. Madison Curry with the rebound.
We got us a ball game in here tonight.
Yep.
We got us a ball game, Darryl.
Here comes Cadence Blackburn. She's picked up by Addie Smith.
She's the one that's hit the last couple threes. And they keep leaving her open in the corner.
Sitting back in that zone. Russell kicks it to the corner. No good.
I thought she got him again.
That's a heat check for Cadence Blackburn.
Man, I don't think it was a heat check. I think that girl can just shoot, and she expects it to go in. That's what shooters do.
You got to have next play mentality. Shoot or shoot.
Hey, Darryl, you know, I played ball for years. I never shot a bad shot.
Oh, Addie Smith.
You got to get up, Addie. Ooh. They how is she on the floor if it's not a foul? But if she's not hurt, regardless what happens, you got to get up if that whistle don't play, don't blow.
She's
I'm
limping.
glad she's okay.
Tell you, this young lady is a flat-out warrior.
She's tough. I think she needs to hit the weights a little bit, Darryl, you know, where she is a little undersized. And they're going, because if I'm playing against her, I'm telling my bigs when she comes in, hip check her a little bit.
Hey, this young lady is a superstar, and right now she has her Mingo Central Miners down 2 to the #1 team in the state. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
Trailhead Bar and Grill in Mapleton, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead, is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. You're looking for the best Mexican restaurant in Mingo County? Stop by Cezanne in Williamson, West Virginia. We got great service and great food, and we look forward to taking care of you. Come see us at Cezanne.
We're back here on Miner Mountain. Wyoming East up 2 on Mingo Central. Number 1 versus number 2. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy on the call.
We got a heck of a game here. We got 2 of the best players in the state, 2 of the best teams in the state, and we here for it, man. We here for it.
You can see Addie Smith. She's limping a little bit, Nate.
But you know what? Addie's a warrior.
She's out there.
When it's the 4th quarter and it's a 1-point game, she's going to forget that she's hurting and she's going to take that shot, and that's what I love about her.
You know who Addie Smith reminds me of with her size?
Who's that?
Greg Davis, with her ability to score and her size.
Yeah.
Now you got Abby Russell, swings it to the wing. Clark.
Alyssa's right there, man. You make a bad pass, she's going to get it.
They dump it over. Cadence Blackburn has it on the wing. Back out to Russell. They're trying to milk the clock a little bit here. I don't blame it.
I just don't believe in it, man.
No.
I mean, that's the Williamson in me. I want to score 180 points every game.
You know what we called that in our day?
Winning.
Birch ball.
Stalling the ball.
Birch ball.
Oh, yeah. Well, you look at Kim and Mike's from Birch.
Yep.
But Kim's like me. She wants to score. Kim wants to score 100 points a game. She wants to run you out the gym.
And Wyoming East giving a little Birch ball back to him here. Clark. Back out. Russell to the corner.
Man, it's a good ball team, Darryl. They're a good ball team.
Bain with the bucket. No, Miners need to score here.
They need to just take care of the ball and take a good shots.
Yep. There's Bella Hall. She dumps it off. Shot good by Alyssa. Or no, that was Grimmett.
You got to stop the ball in the press.
Russell back over to Clark.
We got us a ball game here tonight.
Yes, we do. This is old-fashioned slobber knocker, as JR would say. Russell down that high post. Clark back out to Russell.
She's been in the paint for 10 seconds. I knew.
Yep.
I mean,
and they called it.
If I'm Kim, Kim might have called that one herself,
yep.
maybe. But she was in there for a while. But you know, East has made a lot of adjustments, and it shows on the scoreboard. Both teams have scored a lot this half.
Billy Chambers watching from West Union, Ohio, Nate, as we're getting up near that 300 mark. Guys, keep hitting that share button. Get these girls the biggest crowd possible.
You got to get the ball to Addie Smith. You got to get it, Addie.
Yep.
You got 3 seconds. You got one of the best scorers in the state. I think she gets one off, Darryl. I double team her and deny her. I take somebody off the ball, and I deny her the ball. Because she touches it, she's getting a quality shot.
And kick it out to Curry. Curry swings it to the wing. Addie Smith.
That was a quality shot.
Yep. No good. Mingo Central will go into the 4th. Down 2 to the Wyoming East Warriors.
We got us a good one here tonight, baby. Stay tuned.
You're looking for the best Mexican restaurant in Mingo County? Stop by Cezanne in Williamson, West Virginia. We got great service and great food, and we look forward to taking care of you. Come see us at Cezanne. We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes.
We're back here on Miner Mountain as we're starting the final period. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy on the call. Wyoming East leads Mingo Central 25-23.
I expect to have a good one here, Darryl. I expect Addie Smith to do her thing, and we'll see what happens.
This quarter is sponsored by Williamson Health and Wellness Center.
Grimmett, bounce pass. I don't know why kids think you could throw a basketball through a defender. I go through it with my team every day.
No, and a lot of kids, even on that bounce pass, they don't want to move to get better position to make that pass. There's Hall with the bucket. How about that? Clutch shot by your girl Bella Hall, Nate.
That was a good shot, good pass, good play drawn up by Kim Smith. Madison gets called out, and
Maddie Clark.
She's talking to the ref, Bella is, but that was an obvious foul because you're out of position, We've not seen Megan Atkins get in the flow of a game hardly at all. That she's been in foul trouble.
Nate, she has stayed in foul trouble this whole game, and she missed the first one, Clark did.
I've watched Megan play for many years. She's one of my favorite players because of her toughness and her size. And it's hard to see her have to sit on the bench because of bad mistakes, bad decisions.
Foul trouble has kept her over there beside Coach Smith.
Look, they are face guarding Addie. Bella got bailed out on that one.
And I think that's a smart move. I mean, right now, make somebody else beat you.
I make them, absolutely. Addie gets the ball, she can put it in the hole every time.
There's Addie Smith. Hand it out. She slips the screen.
Nice pass.
Yep. Back to Smith. She's trying to shake, bake, lose Clark. They're going to get Clark for the foul.
And the East fans go nuts on that one. I don't know. I feel that was a bailout too.
I feel their pain, Nate.
I feel that was a bailout, and I am, I'm part of the Mingo Nation.
You got to expect that on the road, though.
Yeah.
The Calvin Duncan says Mingo has the best coaching staff in the state. Says don't get any better than Kim and Mike. How about McCormick Ilderton tuning in?
And we got Megan Atkins. We were just talking about her coming in now.
Billy Chambers tuning in from West Union, Ohio, says he played for Burke from 82 to 86. Appreciate you tuning in, as always. Addie, big free throw here. She can put the Miners back on top.
Dude, that's the first free throw I've seen her missing since she was one.
Well, she misses that one to put it ahead, but they still got the possession. Good offensive rebound by Bella Hall.
Oh, she missed it. She missed, what's the girl's name? Cutting. Number 11. Grimmett.
Yeah. Nate, how good has Bella Hall been?
Bella's been good. She makes me nervous sometimes. One more bounce pass. Bounce pass, and we shoot a layup.
Yeah. She either needed to bounce pass that or she needed to shoot that.
Yeah. But if you're going to pass it in the paint, it has to be a bounce pass.
6:41 to go in the fourth, guys. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tune over to D&D Sports as we got a slobber knocker brewing here on the Wednesday night basketball.
You mentioned Jonathan Duncan. I believe he played on the championship tug teams, didn't he?
Calvin Duncan.
Oh, Calvin.
Yeah.
Oh, Calvin straight up blue and white Birch.
Yeah.
Scoring 4 points a half.
Me and you played some ball with Calvin in the street.
Yeah. Calvin's a good dude.
Yep. They're going to call foul on the floor. Both teams with 5 fouls.
We haven't seen Jenna Sparks in a while. She may have got 4 fouls there, Darryl.
I think she does.
Because she picked up 2 really quick.
Checking in for East, number 22, Kaylee Bain.
I like the Grimmett girl, though. I like the hustle she brings, man.
John Paul Lust don't like the fouls. He says he don't like the foul count. Addie Smith off the mark.
Shot.
Now Addie Smith picks up the
That's a foul.
player. Madison Curry rips down the rebound. She's going to get it out to Atkins.
Megan Atkins.
Yep. They're going to slow it up here. Gets over to Bella
That's
Hall.
a good shot, Bella.
Pops and drops.
That's a good shot.
This young lady has
And the
come
Miners
alive.
are here to play, baby. Number 1, number 2, battling it out.
And I tell you what, Bella Hall has stowed the show here,
She
Nate.
stepped up.
She has made the key plays to keep the Miners in this. Frixa, that's Bain.
You can't give that shot up in a zone defense. You
Nope.
cannot give that up. Madison has to close harder on that.
And if you're Wyoming East, that's the shot you want.
Bella stepped up. They took Addie away. Bella stepped up.
I've earned much respect for this Bella Hall.
She's a sophomore, I believe, Darryl. She's no older than a sophomore.
Jason Stratton says, thanks for streaming, Jason. It's not us that's it's the folks at Williamson Health and Wellness Center, Williamson Pharmacy, Farrell and Brown Law Office, Cezanne, Trailheads. Those are the folks that make this happen. Go like their Facebook page and frequent their business.
Bella stepped up.
Big free throws.
She has stepped it up.
Mike Perry says Nate is old school with the importance on bounce passes.
That's how you win championships, man.
Yep.
Can't throw a ball through a defender. Man, this is a real game. I'm excited. I feel like I'll play. What a take to the hole.
Clark, she'll go to the line here.
I like her, man. She's athletic. She's strong.
Maddie Clark going to the line here with a chance to put her team up if she can sink them both. James Parker says, what a game. Folks, make sure you hit that like and share button. I'm going to go do it myself.
First one up, and it's good. Hey, that's confidence. She didn't think twice about it. I've been here. I've done that.
I want to thank Coach Robinson for tuning in. There's another recruiter online watching these girls.
She stepped up there, hit 2 big free throws in a hostile environment, and that's why they're number 1 in the state, Darryl. Ooh.
That's a good call.
That was, she walked before the charge, so.
Yep. And I tell you, Abby Russell right now, she's definitely not 100%, but she still is smart enough to make key plays like that.
I like Clark too, man. This is a good ball team. This is going to be the championship game in AA and the state championship in West Virginia. They left that girl wide open in the corner. She shot him out.
Cadence Blackburn. You do not want to give her any space at all.
No, she's a shooter, man. She's a shooter. She's going to get an open shot here.
Yep.
They're going to swing it to her. She's going to get an open one if they don't watch her.
And Nate, you just hope that Megan Atkins have been paying attention over there from the bench, knowing what a shooter she is, whether she closes out on her. There's Bain again from that high post, but she missed that one.
Addie's finally got the ball. They've denied her the last couple of trips, and Bella Hall stepped up. So let's see what Addie does here. Behind the back, dribble. She was on the island. You know, these minor girls pass the ball well.
Madison Curry throws up a
She's
Hail
got hurt.
Mary.
She's hurt, Darryl. She's hurt.
Yeah, they got numbers.
You can't call. I think that's against the rules to stop the ball when the other team has it on a break. Well, I think on a break, once you stop the break.
Once they stalled the ball, if they would have kept pressuring, they would have had a mismatch. They would have had 4-on-1. But they slowed it up, and the official had a chance to call it.
I hate to see Madison Curry down, man. She's one of my favorite girls that I've coached. And this is her senior year, and she's been working really hard. So we hope it's something minor and hope that she can get back in this game. If not, be back soon.
We absolutely do. Nate, real quick, want to thank our sponsors. You see Curry going over to the bench. Want to thank Williamson Health and Wellness Center, Three Guys Pizza, Trailheads, Williamson Pharmacy, Farrell and Brown Law Office, Cezanne, and Whistle Pit Lodging Company.
Thank you, guys. Without them, we wouldn't be streaming this game. So we're appreciative.
This broadcast wouldn't be possible without them fine folks.
We got Sparks back in the game. I believe she has 4. Madison's a tough girl, man. If she's able to get back on the court, we will see her again.
Swing it out, Clark.
I'm telling you, both these teams need to learn bounce passes. You know, you don't throw a pass in the crowd if it's a bounce pass, Darryl.
No, you don't.
I got to commend. She walked.
There's Bain. Tried to draw the foul on Sparks. Good job staying out of foul trouble there.
Let's see what Hall does.
Yeah.
She's made some big plays.
Addie Smith.
Oh, that's almost an intentional.
It is. That's intentional.
I can't argue with that.
Nope.
She reached out and grabbed her.
Nate, they're calling that every game this year in West Virginia.
That's the first time I've seen it, Darryl.
No, I've covered at least 6 games in West Virginia where they've called that this year. You can tell they're focusing on that this year.
You know, if I'm Addie, you get a little frustrated because of that, but you got to look at the score. You got to look at the time. You steal the ball from me, oh well, I bust my hump and I get back and try to defend you. You score the basket, I get it back later.
And Nate, that was all set up because of bad spacing.
Yeah.
If Bella Hall and Addie Smith, you don't try to hand it off right there in that situation because you're giving Addie a double team. Spread the floor a little bit. There's Cadence Blackburn.
She told the crowd to be quiet after she drained one. But like we were talking about earlier in the game with Bella, with these girls, you got to think about Bella and Addie, even though they're great players, they are young.
Yeah.
And this is a big game, big time, big crowd, and sometimes, man, that gets to you.
It's a state tournament atmosphere. They kick it out to Clark. 3 minutes to go. 31-29, Wyoming East up on the Miners. Russell.
That should have been a steal.
Yep.
They're playing like they're leading by 7.
And they're still attending to Madison Curry over there on the bench.
Madison's a tough girl. She's wanting to get back in. Believe me, I've seen her. Seen her before.
You got to push up on them here, Nate.
Well, you just got to get them weak passes.
Yeah, right there. That should have been another one.
There's 2 passes that they should have had turnovers on, and they don't, and now they're on the line. Yep. I told you, Madison Curry's coming back into the game. There was no way that she had an opportunity. She was not coming back into this game.
Bain going to the line. Logan Barker says, let's go Mingo. Angie Taylor saying, let's go Addie. And Jeffrey Hilton says, great coverage of the game, guys. We appreciate that, Jeffrey Hilton. Now Mingo Central.
Keep making close.
Make or miss. Got to see a little urgency here because you want to get back on top here.
They need urgency. They need to move fast, but not. They need to move fast, but not play fast.
Right now, get a quality shot.
See, Addie gets the ball, spacing. You got Janice Marks and Madison. I run a pick and roll or some kind of action.
Addie Smith.
Here's the pick and roll with
Curry.
Madison Curry. Madison's a big, strong girl. She gets the ball in the middle. She's scoring.
Addie Smith misses that one.
I don't know if that's the right decision.
Bella Hall takes
Bella Hall, and she's balling.
Floater no good. Sparks.
What's the call? They bailed Sparks out on that one.
Yes, they did, because that was over her back, Nate.
Well, on the shot, she went into her shot before she was even facing the basket.
Well, that was an over the back for sure on the rebound.
Well, Darryl, there's no such penalty called over the back anymore. It's only a push, so you can go over the back as long as they don't call the push.
As we're sitting here, we got 2 minutes to go, guys. We're going to jump out for a commercial break. We'll be right back here on the D&D Sports Network.
We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for.
You see the minor cheerleaders coming back out, Nate, here. Want to remind everybody, Nate, after the game, follow us down the Trailheads. Talk sports with me and Nate at Trailhead Restaurant, guys. Get good food, good service, and good sports talk at Trailhead Restaurant in Matewan, West Virginia.
Hey, and I tried a fried bologna sandwich there one time, Darryl, and I wrote my mom a letter about it.
There you go. Slap your
fried
mama.
bologna.
Fried
I wasn't
bologna.
going to slap my mama because I ain't crazy. But I wrote her a letter and told her how good it was.
Said, we got Chris Ward says there's no over the back call in basketball. It's either push or back clean rebound.
Thank you for whoever said that, because Darryl acted like I don't know what I'm talking about, so thank you. Jenna Sparks for 2. These 2 big free throws.
Malia Martin says, come on, Miners, steal them passes. She's one of your former players.
Oh, yeah, Malia is one of the toughest girls I've ever coached.
And she's a model, big city model now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Alyssa Davis with the rebound.
Oh, man.
And how about that? Abby Russell fouls Davis.
That's it. You got to make free throws, man. You make free throws, you win ball games. I expected this crowd to be a little more rowdy, Darryl. You got number 1, number 2 on top of the mountain. There's a lot of people here.
It is. I mean, this place is loaded.
Let's see what Alyssa does with her opportunities. First one's up and
Sinks
good.
it.
Up and good. There you go.
Dana Atwood says, yes, thank the sponsors for allowing us to watch this from Hurricane, West Virginia. Skylar Davidson says, East wins this game if the girls have the ball in their hands.
Alyssa.
She misses that one, Nate. Still leaves the Miners back 1.
What's number 15's name? Clark?
Yep.
I like her, man.
Maddie
I like
Clark.
her. I give her the ball. If I'm East, I would like the ball to get in her hands somehow. And here we go.
Yeah, there it is. Clark, she's going to drive.
They take good care of the ball, man. They take really good care of the ball, and they make good decisions. That's why they're number 1.
You can see the score on the Citizens Bank scoreboard, top right-hand corner of your screen.
That's got to be, that's close to 5. Best shooter on the team. Oh.
No good. Sparks with the rebound. Kicks over to Curry.
We got us a ball game here tonight, y'all.
Right now,
we
Nate,
got us a ball game.
You got to put the pressure on the officials. Drive, be aggressive.
Dude, all right,
make
now
them
I
call
run
it.
pick and roll. I get the ball in Addie's hand, Addie Smith's hand. I run a pick and roll with Madison, and I bring Sparks on the cut on the opposite. Look at Alyssa Davis. Oh, Sparks. And
with the spark.
Mingo Central with a 1-point lead with under 1 minute left. And you see the number 1 team is not phased at all as they come right back with a basket and 1.
Abby Russell with an and 1.
That is why they are the number 1 team.
How about that?
On a bad leg, it did not phase them to go down. They come straight back at them and knew what they had to do. This is a heck of a ball game, Darryl.
Yes, it is. Folks, if you didn't make the trip up here tonight, you are missing it. Thank God you're watching it on D&D, because this is one of them matchups that you'll remember for a long time. Abby Russell at the line.
Was that 5? I think that's 5 on Sparks.
That's Sparks' 5th.
Timeout, Mingo Central. Checking in for Central.
Nate, Mingo Central is going to take a timeout here. As they do, we'll take a timeout too. We'll be right back here with more action on the D&D Sports Network.
Trailhead Bar and Grill in Matewan, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill. Proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes.
We're back here on Miner Mountain as you see the Miner cheerleaders trying to get the Miner Maniacs up and rowdy right now as Abby Russell's going to go to the line, try to stretch this thing out to a 2-point advantage. Nate Siggers, Darryl McCoy on the call. You're watching Wednesday Night Basketball here on the D&D Sports Network.
Hey, that was a heck of a move by a great player.
Yeah.
It didn't phase them at all. You know, everybody's in here cheering, the crowd's going nuts, and they're like, we're at work. I don't clock out until it's zeros on the clock.
Abby Russell Yeah. Soon as I think Mingo Central was waiting for them to slow it down, and Abby Russell just full throttle ahead and ended up getting an and-1, and she's going to try to convert on the three-point play here. Guys, stick around after the game for the Trailheads Player of the Game. Trailheads Restaurant Player of the Game. Russell.
The crowd goes wild. And she missed it. That's only one.
Yes, that's one. What are they doing?
They call, what did they call? What's the call?
Lane violation, maybe? It must have been.
I deny Addie Smith the ball at all costs. I make somebody else on this team beat me. I do not let Addie Smith get the ball. Timeout, Kim Smith.
So as they'll take a timeout, Nate, we'll stay right here on this one. You see Kim Davis-Smith and her coaching staff going to try to put in a play here to bring this win home for the Miners. You know, no matter what I'm doing here, Nate, I'm doing it going to the basket. I'm putting the pressure on the officials here and making them make this call.
Well, when you got somebody like Addie who you want to get the ball and the other team is going to do what they can, you have to start her away from the ball and run her off a couple screens.
They're going to play aggressive, trying to keep her away from the ball.
They're not going to let her get the ball. I mean, they've done it for almost a whole quarter, almost stopped her from getting the ball.
And she's got to play smart here and use that, draw a foul, put your acting skills to the test here.
She's smart, man. Yep. She can get to her spots, but you have to get her the ball. Look, they have 3 people on her right now. 3 people.
Yep.
I'm the same way. I do not let Addie Smith get the basketball.
And they had it there.
And it's a jump ball.
Wow.
And it's East ball. You got to deny Addie Smith. All that calls because they deny her the ball.
Yep.
That's great coaching. Great coaching. I don't know what I've never seen a play where they just run in circles.
There's Bain.
They're not going to look for a shot. They're going to try to stall. And you're going to have to foul them.
Yep,
they just missed free throws. You have to foul.
I don't know why you waited them, 5 to 10 seconds there, Nate.
Well, they're just down 1, so you want to play defense for 7 seconds and try to turn them over before you foul.
No, I stretch this game out as long as it could be.
I want to turn you over before I give you a free strike. So I want to put defense pressure on you. I want to try to turn you before I foul you. That's why you foul. That's why you foul. You know?
It's never a guarantee.
No. Especially with the crowd like this. And I don't know, this girl looks young. She might be a young player too.
Cadence Blackman's made big plays all day. Can she make this free throw?
I know she can shoot a corner 3.
They miss it.
And they get the rebound.
Wyoming East with the rebound. Now, not the one you want to send to the line here.
Hey, she missed her last one.
Yep.
I think the reason she missed it, I didn't want to say before, free throws, especially at the end of the game, is all about your legs, all about your knees. And with that knee brace on, she probably just doesn't feel comfortable to get her stroke.
Now, that's a good point, Nate.
Let's see what she does. Big players would make big shots. There's the first. Butter, baby. It's like butter.
That didn't hit an inch of the rim. Big-time players make big-time plays.
Even she makes this. It's a 3-point ball game. You still have at least 2 possessions in this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, plenty of time left.
Drains them both. Oh,
no, she misses.
You got to secure the rebound. You got to get. Oh!
Another turnover. No, Mingo Central falling apart here in the final seconds.
Well, but you know what happens? Everybody's in a big moment, and I don't want the ball. I got to get rid of it.
That's it.
As fast as I can, Yep. Of course, you want to get Addie Smith the ball, but you have to give it to her in a safe way. You can't just hot potato it to her.
That makes 2 turnovers trying to do that.
Yeah.
Here in the final seconds.
Is that 5 on her? I didn't see the foul. I don't know if it was a foul or not. Still yet, you still have 2 possessions in this game if you're Mingo Central. I believe that's 4 on Addie Smith.
So you're saying Maddie Clark go to the line. Big free throws here for Maddie Clark.
Hey, I like this girl. She's not been rattled. I like her game, man. I like her game. But she's athletic. She's strong.
I tell you, this Wyoming East team is a very good basketball team.
You see why they are number one.
Yep.
They've been smacked in the mouth a couple times, and they still come back. And that's what champions do, Darryl.
Look at the girl on the Addy. She's not letting her breathe.
No,
She's in her
you're
ear.
not supposed to.
Yep.
You're not supposed to.
Even on a foul shot.
What's the hold up here?
Yeah,
Two shots.
This plays to Mingo Central's favor. The longer she waits, the more apt she is to miss this shot. She makes it. All right, Nate. It's a two-possession ball game.
Two-possession game.
If she can hit this one.
It's two-possession already. No, three-point game.
Yep. Clark sinks it.
Mingo has had many opportunities.
Yep. Now, Addie Smith, she's getting triple teamed, Nate.
I would do the same.
Yep.
I would do the same. If I'm Wyoming East coach, I'm highly upset that the referee on the other end of the court makes that call when it's a ref standing there at the ball. I'm upset. I mean, I would probably get a technical on that call right there. No lie. I probably, well, maybe not with the score and the time, but I would be highly upset. Because that is absolutely not his call when there's a ref 3 feet away from it. So I understand the coach being upset.
Keith Morley says, got to box out. Maddie Smith sinks that one. Nate, she makes this one. Now they're going to try to ice her here with the timeout. We'll stay right here during this timeout, Nate. If you're Mingo Central here, Nate, you make this free throw, you got a quick foul, and now
if I make this free throw, I deny everybody but the three-point shooter girl, because she can shoot a three, but she struggled from the free throw line.
You try to get this.
I'd make her get the ball
here,
and I foul her.
Yeah,
that's me. I would make it obvious, so obvious that she's open, that's who
now
the
you're
ball
talking about the
gets her.
Blackburn girl?
Yes.
Yes.
She can shoot a three, but she struggled from the free throw line.
Yeah.
The Clark girls drained them, and the Russell girls, they've drained them.
Yeah.
So I deny them, like they done Addie. I deny them the ball, and I make her get the ball, and I foul immediately and put pressure on her on the free throw line.
Well, you can tell Russell and Clark, you can tell they're veterans, and they're who you want the ball in their hands right now. And I think that anybody but them too.
I like the Clark kid, man. I like her a lot. I think we'll see big things out of her for the rest of the season. But this is the first time I've seen East play this year. But look, Mingo's already beat. They have a girl behind them already, and they don't even realize it, Darryl. How do you not know? Coach Kim has to tell them, you're in the biggest game of your career if you're a young player. You have to know where a team's point guard is.
Smith sinks it. Right now, defense didn't even set up, Nate. Here you go. You got a foul. Not her, though.
Oh,
Travel.
no. Here we go, Darryl.
Travel. Miners have a shot, Nate.
Here we go. Here we go. We have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Wow, how many timeouts you get in high school? I swear it's been 150.
Wow.
I'm ready to see this game end.
Yes, sir. As this fourth quarter is sponsored by Williamson Health and Wellness Center. Nate, what? I did not expect Clark to travel in that situation. So now Mingo Central is going to have a chance to tie this ball game or go ahead with a three.
Yeah. So Darryl, if you're Coach Kim, are you drawing up a three or are you going to the basket?
Well, first thing I'm doing is I'm drawing up a play to try to get Addie the ball out of the inbounds pass because you want her at the line if possible. But if not, then maybe get Madison Curry come up, get a little screen, maybe try to get some screen and roll action. If you're lucky, Addie Smith will be open for a three.
I'm telling you what I think would get a wide open shot for Mingo. If Addie, say you run Addie and Madison a screen and roll on the high post on the opposite side, whatever happens on the opposite side is going to be open because the whole team's going to be worried about Addie.
Yeah.
So Addie, if she gets one dribble towards the paint, she can catch Alyssa Davis or whoever's on the opposite block wide open for a layup.
Look here, they got Addie inbounding the ball.
Yeah, because she's going to get it back out the inbound.
There you go, gets it to Curry right there.
So she's attacked.
No, you got.
She should have opposite. Oh.
Nate, you get the ball in Addie's hands and you let her control it and hope that they foul you.
No, they're not going to foul. They're going to make her make a shot. So I felt what they done was right. They got the ball out of hand. They don't.
There you go, Bella Hall. Addie Smith comes off the screen. She's going to have a chance.
And it's in. Oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
The shot.
Are you kidding me,
Around
Darryl?
the Cofield.
Are you kidding me? Addie Smith with the dagger. Addie Smith with the dagger at the buzzer. Are you kidding me, Darryl?
The shot heard around the Cofield.
Are you kidding me? Big players make big shots, boy.
Wow. Addie Smith.
Addie Smith with a dagger as the clock hits 0. With defense all in her face. She steps up, hits a big shot. 4/10 of a second left. Darryl, you can't do nothing but catch an alley-oop with 4/10.
Nope, it's got to be, you can't catch and shoot. It's got to be a tip.
To me, this is not an upset when you have number 1 and 2.
No.
And for the first time in the state's history, we, the Mingo Lady Miners, in the school's history, will be the number 1 team in AA in West Virginia. Can you believe this game, Darryl? I'm glad we're on the mountain for it tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank God for Miss Marcellus Casto and Kim Davis-Smith getting D&D Sports up here for this big game and choosing D&D Sports as their go-to media outlet.
Hey, for the first time tonight, everybody in the building are on their feet. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Addie Smith with the dagger.
Listen, prevent. You
dagger.
Get back. You do not touch.
Well, you remember Kristen Leitner?
Yeah.
You remember Kristen Leitner?
Well, I don't think these girls, I don't know if they got the arm to get it up that court far.
I don't know, man. You never know. They're going to have somebody on the run. Somebody's going to be on the move. We have a new number 1 team in girls basketball in West Virginia. A new number 1 team, and it is the Lady Miners at Mingo Central. What a game, what a day, what a night here on the mountain, Darryl.
What a ball game. Addie Smith with the shot heard around the Cofields takes down number 1 ranked Wyoming East.
What a game. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to talk tomorrow, Darryl, but I tell you, it was worth it to be here for this game tonight. Addie Smith with the dagger that takes out the number 1 team in the state and now makes the Mingo Central Lady Miners the number 1 team. Hopefully we can get Addie Smith up here to talk to her.
Wow, Nate. You see this crowd erupting here.
Now this is what I remember high school basketball being like. Sometimes I complain because I feel the spirit ain't there, but when you have a night like tonight, when you see something like this, when you thought all was lost, Addie Smith steps up and drains a dagger at the buzzer.
Nate, when Abby Russell hit them free throws, and then again when Maddie Clark hit them free throws, not just the loyalist of the loyalist Miner fans thought they was still a shot. And then Addie Smith ended up knocking off the number 1 team with a corner pocket 3 with 2-3 people in her face.
With pressure in her face. And she stepped up.
Wow. Man, what a night here as you see the Miner fans talking, guys. You want to take, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Come right back and join us here as we got the Trailheads Player of the Game coming up in just a moment.
We want to thank our gracious sponsors for sponsoring tonight's game between Mingo Central and Wyoming East. Williamson Pharmacy. They'll take care of all your pharmaceutical needs and do it with a smile. Cezanne Mexican Restaurant in Williamson, West Virginia. Williamson Health and Wellness Center, taking care of you and your community. And Farrell and Brown Law Offices, getting you the judgment you deserve and the outcome you've been looking for. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. If you've been looking for great deals on home, life, auto, or business insurance, call Caldwell Insurance today. They will make sure your valuable possessions are covered. Caldwell Insurance has a great reputation of serving their community and giving back to their community. They're a proud sponsor of the Scott Skyhawks and all mountain athletes. Give us a call today at 681-265-3735. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're still here on the mountain while the place is going wild, celebrating this big win here tonight for the Lady Miners. I have with me the Trailhead player of the game, Addie Smith, who I think I lost my voice yelling for when she hit that shot of the game. Addie, tell us what was going through your mind when you got the ball.
Well, I knew we were down by one, and I knew I had to get a shot up. I mean, I missed a few shots before, but shooters always have to shoot, so at the end of the game, I had to pull it.
So what's great about Addie, and I said that many times, one time she shot a ball, I think her shot got blocked, and she was the first person back on defense. A lot of times you don't see that mentality in kids, and I really appreciate that. So tell us what Coach K, what Mom was saying to you when you were down. Were you down 4 with what, like 30 seconds left?
Yes.
So tell us what Coach said to you.
Well, we had to foul, of course, because we were down by 4, and they missed a few free throws, and we didn't get the few box outs we should have had. But we ended up getting the ball back, and she called timeout, and we knew we had to get a inbound play in, and we did. She drew up, and it worked.
That was a good inbound play. Me and Darryl were talking because everybody in the world knew that you were getting the ball, so it was really smart to have you take the ball out. That way they couldn't deny you before the ball was in. So we have Coach K coming up, but Addie, you're not only the player of the game, that is the play of the night, the week. That shot is the shot heard around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, when you rewatch this, you are looking at the girl who made Mingo Central Lady Miners the #1 team in the state for the first time in their history. Give her a round of applause and be ready to hear the name Addie Smith later on down the road. Thank you, Addie.
Thanks for having me.
We got Coach K coming up. Coach K. Hopefully she comes up, guys. Coach K. What's up, Coach?
What's up?
Hey, you can already tell, ladies and gentlemen, we might not be able to understand what she's saying because she might not have a voice, but it's worth it to get a win like that here tonight. Tell us, Coach, coming into this game, what we could tell by your game, by the way you played defense and what was going on, that you were well prepared. So tell us, what was your mindset and what did you tell the girls before you come into the game tonight?
Well, obviously Wyoming East is just a legacy program, and they play great basketball. They're very physical, full length of the court, and sometimes that can wear you down. We played them, a week and a half ago, 22nd at Wyoming East. So we knew the caliber and talent team they have, and Coach Bonzini's a great coach. He's won a couple of championships and runner-up. They were going to be ready. I felt like that they were actually more prepared maybe than even on December the 22nd.
I told Darryl I felt both teams were well prepared for this game.
Yes, but we just knew that we had to be able to manage the game, because they are so good defensively that they can allow you to do things. Sometimes it's not within your necessarily your wheelhouse, and so we knew we needed to try to manage possessions and get good shots. We did that at times. Obviously, it was a very low-scoring game, so both of us were playing some good defense.
Good defense.
So I think there it was 19-18 at the half. We shot the ball a little bit better, but we knew that this was going to be a battle today. And we were prepared. We always are prepared. I say that quite a bit. We talked about that earlier. No one is prepared scouting-wise like we are. I have
got
the
a
best.
great staff.
I've
Great
got
staff.
a Hall of Fame coach that was my coach that is, no one does scouting reports like him. And but our kids were prepared. This meant a lot for them to play here on their courts, probably the highest ranking a Mingo Central girls basketball team has had. We've had, our schedule was hard. We didn't have to schedule Wyoming East, but they are in our region on the other side. Our region is extremely tough. Wyoming East, Summers County on the other side, and Chapmanville in our own section. That's 4 really good teams here in southern West Virginia.
But you know what, Coach? None of them's going to be ranked number 1, but one when the new rankings come out.
Maybe, but I'm only really concerned on that we get to play 28 games and finish in Charleston, and I made our schedule just so that we could challenge these kids and allow them to know that anything is possible. And I've said that from, way back when you were part of the staff, that, I really just try to teach these kids they can do anything. They're from Mingo County, doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you work for. You can achieve whatever goal that you set forth. And we have our schedule's not easy. It's not easy. So, and hopefully that prepares us for March. And we want to just continue to build on this. Of course, this is a huge confidence builder. But, I want to be it will mean more to be number 1 in March for sure for us.
Sure.
But,
well, I've said numerous times throughout the game that I feel this is the Saturday afternoon game.
Yeah.
In March. This
Yes.
is the championship game here. I can't see anybody, unless something crazy happens, I can't see anybody else being in that championship game other than you two.
Yes.
Hey, ask her about the play of Bella Hall in that second half.
Yeah,
It was-
Bella stepped up.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if I was playing against you, they'd done the same thing I would. I would double, triple, take Addie out the game. And almost for a quarter, they almost done that
Sure.
for a whole quarter. And
Yeah.
Bella stepped up. So tell us about how big Bella was tonight.
And I actually told her before I came up here, Bella is she is just a playmaker for us. And, sometimes she'll get down herself. She was down herself at the beginning of the game there. And I told her, I said, you sit right here. We need you. We need you to win this game. And she was very
She
instrumental.
stepped
A lot of people, Addie does get that kind of pressure, but Wyoming East pressure, again, it's very much credit to them. Wyoming East pressure is a little different than everyone else's pressure, but at any rate, Addie gets a lot of that pressure, so it's really good we need other people to step up, and they did. They gave her the opportunity there at the end to get one last shot. I was actually just wanted to get a 2, but, and Addie was due, and I tell her that she didn't have her greatest shooting night tonight, or even Saturday, but, shooters have to shoot when the game's on the line, and because you practice that shot, and the amount of reps that she has gotten in, and I of course I know what she has done, but even if I had not, she really earns her keep.
Yeah,
And
she
yes,
stays in the gym
she
always.
does.
And I talked about her earlier. I remember when I was up here before, me and her, she was still in middle school, would
Yes.
sit and talk about ball, and she knew more than grown men knew
Yes.
about ball. I could have a better conversation with her than I could anybody.
Yes, she is a coach on the court. She's smart. Does she do everything perfect? No, because she's a kid, a teenager. But she is a floor leader, and she'll get the ball where she needs to get it, and that's really, I think that pass she had to Alyssa there was big.
Man, that was nice.
That was nice.
That was nice.
And if people, and again, we'll continue to build on tonight's win. It is huge, and for our kids, and for them to believe in themselves. So I teach it and say it that I believe in them because I do. This group of seniors is pretty special. They made history getting to the state tournament for the first time as sophomores, and last year we fell short in the co-final regional here at Summers County, and we're that kind of set a fire when we had to sit back here in our own gym and watch them cut our nets down.
That sticks with you.
Yes, that's nothing like. Sometimes you learn more from losing than winning, and we just hope to build on tonight's win and continue. There's lots of things that we can work on. We look at as coaches and those things that we could do better. But we'll get there for sure. It's good win tonight for the kids and our program and our school. And I love tonight. Honestly, I think I don't really look at the stands a lot when I'm coaching because I'm just kind of focused. But I think this may have been a bigger crowd than our regional championship game.
I think this was the biggest crowd I've seen since probably Jeremy Dillon played up here.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
they had bigger crowds probably, those Chapmanville Logan games. But honestly, yes, I love the sense of community, you know, our everyone just supporting us and getting behind our kids. It really means a lot to them. And I think it just brings some unity, and we all need that. These kids, our student section, shout out to them.
That was
I
great.
mean,
That was old school. It was old school cheering section.
It was.
Then they have the newspapers up and stuff when they announce the other team. That's old school.
Yes, that was great. I love that, and I do appreciate the students, and it makes a difference. I mean, wow, they missed a lot of opportunities to seal the game here with the free throws.
Because of the crowd. Had a lot to do with the crowd.
Absolutely, and their student section's good. When you go to Wyoming East, that's a tough place to play. Very tough place to play. They're very supportive of their school as well. So,
well, Coach, we appreciate you.
Yes.
I know you want to go.
Oh, yeah,
I know you want to go.
You, Nate. Yeah, I appreciate
I know
you
you
guys
want to
coming.
go enjoy your win tonight.
Yes.
But regardless where you are tonight, it is a great night to be a Miner.
Yes, it is a great night.
And we
to be a Miner.
appreciate,
Yes.
I was going to call her Doctor because she is that special in basketball. But Kim Smith, we appreciate you. We
Yes.
appreciate what you do for this program and this school and the pride that you bring us people that support you.
Yes, we thank you guys for coming tonight. It was, so this is your first time and our first buzzer beater, so it means you have to come back.
It's the shot
All
heard
right.
around the world.
Yes, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I see your minion down there waiting on you.
Definitely.
Hey, take that girl, get her a steak dinner.
How about that, Nate? The shot heard around the Coalfields. Addie Smith sinking the three from the corner to take down number 1 Wyoming East. Heck of a ball game folks got to see. They got their money's worth tonight, Nate.
Oh, man, I am so glad we were here for this, Darryl. So glad. You know, I'm a Miner deep down. You know, I tried not to show it when I was rooting. You know, I tried to be impartial, but it is what it is. I've known Addie. Like I said, me and her daddy went all through school together. I coached on this coaching staff at Mingo Central. So it's a little personal for me to see them win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge step for this Miner program. I mean, everybody knew they was good, but I still think a lot of people wasn't taking them serious. Well, you're taking them serious now after knocking off number 1 Wyoming East at home here. Heck of a ball game. Nate Siggers, the folks that helped make this happen, we can't thank enough. Trailheads Restaurant, Williamson Health and Wellness Center, Cezanne, Farrell and Brown Law Office, and I'm forgetting one, Nate. Who am I forgetting?
Did you say Trailhead?
Williamson Pharmacy.
Williamson Pharmacy, my man JR.
Yeah, and Trailhead Restaurant Player of the Game was Addie Smith with the buzzer beater. Guys, Nate Sigger, Darryl McCoy, you've watched Wednesday night basketball on the D&D Sports Network. Till next time, so long and good night. There we go.